What's going on, world? It's your boy Gemini Brown here, back with another episode of Nalo Kicking Knowledge. Today we're continuing our Venus through House series, and we'll be covering Venus in the 4th house. And of course, we all know Venus is the planet of love, beauty, relationships, pleasure, luxury, all that good stuff. And the 4th house. I really love the 4th house. And I think it's probably because I'm a 12th houser. 4th house people are really chill. You know, they're very easygoing. Of course, the 4th house represents to our home life. It represents the relationship with our mother, okay? Our roots, our early conditioning. And the 4th house will really give you, just like a lot of the psychic houses, 4, 8, and 12, it'll give you a real insight into the person's psyche. And I always like to call the 4th house the front of the mind. What brings you peace of mind? So when Venus rolls into here, it's kind of similar to Venus in the 2nd, except the mentality is a little different. How it's similar to Venus in the 2nd is that, you know, there's a strong attachment to family. And the relationships we form early in life will be very family oriented. So whether it's a brother, a sister, an aunt, or cousins, those are like the first people who really make an impression on you. So it also is, and one of the things I didn't cover in my 2nd house video is that, you know, depending on the sign and that strength of it, 2nd and 4th house Venus can be very much tied into the culture. And, you know, like I said, their roots and what their family represents. So if you come, you know, if you come from a ratchet family, no matter how hard you try to, you know, whatever your public image is, you can have sun in the 10th. There's still going to be that ratchetness in you because of your ties to your family, okay? So the first thing you really want to know about Venus in the 4th is that evolutionary-wise, what this person needs in life or came to really have in life is a relationship with mother. So this can be a very karmic position. And we know that, like, you know, our karma is comprised of everything we've done, okay? And it kind of gets like reflected back at us. So the relationship with your mom, okay, I always like think of it like this. Like the position, with this position, like when the soul is putting everything together and it's like, oh, I'm gonna have Venus in the 4th. I think all the souls are like, I want a really pretty mom. I want a mom that's easy on the eyes. And, you know, it's kind of almost like love at first sight kind of thing. So that's one of those things, like someone with Venus in the 4th, you can't tell them nothing about their mom. Their mom, you know, in their eyes, regardless even how they actually treat them, they're always just going to see beauty, and they're going to mold their idea of beauty based on, you know, what their mom teaches them and just her overall nature. So it's really one of those things, like we're talking about peace of mind, right? What brings this native peace of mind is being able to do this. Mom, what you doing? Mom, what should I do? And mind you, this can be said for a lot of us, but in this context, it just levels and balances the person to be able to reach out and do things with their mother, okay? Next thing, you know, running with that theme is that relationship with mom is going to affect how the native, male or female, but more particularly males, how you grow to relate to females as a whole, okay? So if you have a lot of respect for your mom, okay, as a guy or a girl, but especially guy, it's not in the guy's concept. This is gonna be someone who is really respectful towards women. If you, a lot of times, you know, I've seen just culturally and observations and stuff too, if a guy with that thing I'm talking about, picking a pretty mom, say, you know, mom is promiscuous, mom was always dating and things like that, that karma runs right onto that native. So they think like, you know, it messes with their ability to commit and things like that. So always remember this, fourth house is early conditioning. So the relationship with mom is going to affect how you relate to other women, okay? Next thing we want to know about these guys, obviously, they're somewhat of homebodies. These are the people who would rather have a dinner party at their house than go out to eat. And the moon sign, of course, because this is the original house of Cancer, and the moon sign is going to color that. It's going to color, you know, their ability to nurture others within their house, okay? So let's say moon or this Venus is like harshly aspected or something like that. This may be a messy person, okay? And I've seen a lot of times when there's a lot of planets in the fourth house, it kind of does create like a messy person. But overall, it really, these are the people that want to invite you into their home, okay? So comfort of home is very, very important. And depending on like, I always like to look at it in the sense of cardinal, fixed, and mutable. That'll tell you, especially with Venus here in the fourth house, how much you'll move in life. You know, there's a lot of things to consider with that, but people with mutable signs on the fourth house and then having Venus here, it's just like there's a constant need to switch, or kind of life just kind of makes you move around a lot, okay? So as the native gets older, this may be something that is a continued pattern from childhood, or if it's like a fixed sign, they can just be looking for that consistency and, you know, just want that peace of mind in home. So obviously, you know, Venus is our, you know, romantic relationships as well. So somebody, like I said, this is a person who is kind of inviting into their home. So if you have a relationship with Venus in the fourth house, this is that type of person that's like, oh, no worries, just you can sleep over. Maybe 4 or 5 months into the relationship, boom, here's some keys to my crib kind of thing, all right? They just, they have that Venusian thing about them where they're just very welcoming. And then on the same accord, if this is your friend with Venus in the fourth, there and you need somewhere to stay, that person more than likely is going to let you stay there. However, that, you know, that mentality comes with a lot of things. So let's say we have like a Venus square Mars. You could find somebody who's constantly in like conflict with others, or some type of drama or family drama and things of that nature. And then and just to touch on it, like what I was saying about constantly moving, aspects to Uranus will also show that as well, sudden moves and things like that. But backtracking a little bit in the terms of like family and stuff, say there's a lot of second, fourth house energy here. This can be someone who inherits, you know, a house. Their family just is able to provide them with comfort and conveniences. These are often the children who get cars early on, you know, get cars in high school and things like that. For the most part, like I said, because that relationship with mom and you know, family is just tight. You give and you take and all of that. So it's a really, really cool position. And like I said, the biggest thing to keep in mind here is that, you know, that relationship with mom is going to be important. So there's a lot of other factors. Say we got a Pisces on the fourth or a Scorpio on the fourth. There can be turmoil here, or maybe Pluto on the fourth. There can be turmoil with mom. It's really good for, important, I should say, to come to a real understanding about that. Now, as far as creativity goes, these are people who naturally, their creativity goes within the home. So they can be messy, but they can naturally just, you know, like surrounding themselves with nice things and knowing how to beautify their home. And even in the terms of career, this can lead to someone who's maybe a fashion designer or an interior designer, someone who, especially if like this is ruled by Mercury or Mercury is present here, someone who is really, really good at real estate, okay? So homes and all of that are major, major themes. I really like this position here with Venus. And also, a lot of, it's funny, because it is a psychic house, this could also denote having some type of spiritual mother or spiritual connection with mom, okay? So a lot of things could come out of this. But the most important thing, like I said, this is the house of early conditioning. So that conditioning that you receive, that initial relationship with mom goes a long way into, you know, how you relate to people and how you conduct yourself in the real world. So, alright y'all, this is my interpretation of Venus in the 4th house. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, feel free to do so. If you need a reading, reach out. Till next time, peace.